So, full-time finishes Red Star Belgrade 1, Celtic 1, which on the balance of play across the two halves you would probably say was the fair result. Not the greatest game of football in the world, kind of sloppy from both teams at times. Red Star definitely had the better of the chances in the first half. Kasper Schmeichel made a really terrific save from a long-range effort that kind of came out of nowhere. And the Celtic midfield, particularly Rio Hatate, were really sloppy when they were on the ball. Chances to go forward and passes just behind, not reaching their man. Second half, Brendan Rodgers made a big call, although there was a massive chance of Celtic in the first half through Cameron Carter-Vickers, who had a header at the back post he probably should be doing better with. Second half, Brendan Rodgers made a big call, taking Daizen Maedov for Kelechi Iheanacho, and it paid off for him, as early on in the second half, Celtic started to create some chances where they probably should score at least one of them. Kieran Tierney picks out Benjamin Nygren on the edge of the box. It's a good pick out from Tierney, actually, and Nygren just doesn't catch it the way he would like it, straight into Mateus's hands. Then, a couple of seconds later, Nygren finds himself in a good position, fires it across for Iheanacho, who gets a strike on it, and Mateus, you could argue it's a good save, or Iheanacho should be putting it in the corner, whatever, but I think you should probably score that chance, but you can give the goalie credit, it's a good save. But not long after that, Benjamin Nygren does find Kelechi Iheanacho, who takes a good touch to get out of his feet and fire it into the back of the net. The keeper very nearly made a save. He had a really good second half, Mateus, actually. Overall, making some really big saves in the game. And then from there, Celtic looked as though they could potentially add to their lead, going forward a lot more. That was clicking a bit more in attack for them. And then, unfortunately, the momentum kind of shifted again when Red Star got a corner and fired it in. Nygren gets beaten the jump for the initial header, which goes to the back post, and Red Star are first to react. Schmeichel tries to close the angle. The ball gets fired across. It misses a couple of Celtic players, and it says Arnautovic got the goal, but it looked to me like it actually came off Carter-Vickers last and went at the back of the net, but Arnautovic has been credited for the goal. And then from there, there was a couple of chances from both sides at times where Iheanacho got the break of the ball and he tries to dink it just over Mateus, and it hits his face actually and comes back out. Red Star had a couple of chances as well, particularly towards the end where they were putting on some pressure, getting corner after corner, and then Celtic potentially could have won it towards the end when a ball went through and Iheanacho kind of slipped at the vital moment when he was looking to send it across, and nothing came from that. But overall, I would say that in terms of how the game went, 1-1 was probably a fair result based off both halves. If you're going based off the really big chances in the game, Celtic potentially could have killed it off. But a point away from home in Europe is nothing to be sniffed at. I think they're saying that 10 points is enough to see you through to the next round in terms of qualification, and Celtic will be looking to pick up the majority of their points at home, you would say, and that is where Celtic are next. Braga at home next Thursday. They'll be looking to try and get off the mark 3 points, but point on the board. Over to Rangers tomorrow to see what they can do against Genk. Of course, they're going to have to take advantage of their home games as well to get through, so we'll see what happens in that one. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, please consider checking out some of the other content on the channel, whether it's football related or SPFL RTG related on FC26. And I'll catch you in the next one.